Hi everyone, my name is Chris with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal in Southeast Florida, and we are currently doing a series of the basics to help you get started in junk removal if you are new to this industry. It's not a complicated industry, but just like any other business, it does have its points that can be quite difficult to fully understand and to get the hang of. In today's video, we're going to be talking about marketing tips, everything that you need to be doing and or should be doing when you are beginning your junk removal business and even into years of doing the business. So if you find this helpful, be sure to like the video, share it with your friends who are also looking to get into this industry, whether it's as a side hustle or to pursue entrepreneurship, and to subscribe to see us tackle these jobs every day, talking about moving tips to help you remove the junk without damaging your property's home, and of course an occasional video like this to help you out with some of the basics. So now we're going to get into those marketing tips. Stay tuned. So when it comes to marketing for junk removal, technically it should never stop. And the most important thing you can do is stay consistent. From day one up until you're 5-10 years in, marketing will never leave you because you constantly need to be on the top of your competition around you because there is not much keeping a customer from choosing somebody else. This isn't a master craftsmanship. We do junk removal. Everybody is pretty much the same. You might be a little bit more polite, you might have more moving experience, or you might do a little bit more with the junk you're taking away. But for the most part, we all do the same thing. So you need to make sure that you are following your P's and Q's from the moment you start until your job is complete. And doing these tips and following along with these type of things should help you with that. So let's get into it. The first and most important thing you should be doing the moment you have a website built is to start your Google My Business profile. It needs to be updated with all the proper information. Start adding photos immediately, even if you don't have jobs yet. Take pictures of your truck. Take pictures of yourself with your truck. Take pictures of yourself at networking events. Get something out there that has some kind of branded clothing on you, or with your vehicle, or you with your equipment. It doesn't matter. Just get started. You want to keep up with your photos. You want to make sure your hours are up to date, your service area is up to date, and you want to make sure that you do everything properly so that you are shown in Google when people are looking you up, especially on Google Maps. The next thing is to try to focus on local SEO. This is free to do. It doesn't take a lot. You can look into YouTube videos, you can look into Google to try to find out the different ways you can do it, but you want to make sure you're using your keywords on your website, junk removal in your city, so when people are looking up junk removal in Los Angeles, junk removal in West Palm Beach, your page is more likely to pop up than it otherwise would if you didn't include it. And then if you want to build some backlinks to other sites, such as like an Angie's List, if you're going to do that, or Yelp, or your Facebook, or a blog post, try to find something that other people can trace your website to. It'll just help with your overall conversion. A great person to look into for more information about SEO would be Andrew Thompson from Jedi Junk Removal. We'll throw his page down at the bottom. You can check it out. He used to do junk removal, just sold his business, and now he has the autopilot CRM, which is probably going to take over the industry. But he is very knowledgeable when it comes to SEO and the Google Ads world and anything really tech related. So highly recommend you check out his channel. Now, as you start to do your jobs, hopefully your clients are happy and you're not going downhill right off the back. You want to make sure you can ask them to leave reviews. A positive review will go a long way with somebody looking at your business, seeing how many reviews you have, clicking on them and saying, okay, it seems like everyone's pretty happy with it. Ever bought anything on Amazon and not looked at the reviews to see, am I going to need to return this in 2 days, or is this going to be a permanent thing for me? Reviews are very helpful. It shows other people that you can be trusted for the services that you are offering. So you make sure that as you get reviews, you respond to them, whether they're positive or negative. It doesn't matter. Just be polite when they're negative. You don't have to sit there and cause a case and an argument. Be polite and make sure that your positive reviews are showcased. Share them on your social media so other people know this person seemed to be really happy with them. I might be more inclined to work with them. Another great thing you can do is before and after photos on your social media or on your website, or you can make little videos and throw them up on YouTube and then tag your city in it. Anything that kind of helps showcase what you're doing instead of just using like stock photos or just saying, we just did this, we just did that, or you need your garage cleaned out. Why not take a before and after photo and then say, you want your garage to look like this? Call us. It gives a little bit more of a visual aid to help people understand completely what you do. Speaking of social media, make sure you are posting to it regularly. Instagram, Nextdoor, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you want to do to promote your business, do it on a consistent basis. Post pictures of you with your employees, post pictures of you with your truck, post pictures of you guys carrying a couch, post pictures of you with happy customers, or big nasty lows, or hoarder houses. Take photos, behind the scenes, action photos. You can throw up a review of a happy customer or a testimonial. Anything that you can do to kind of show what your business is all about. They have studies shown that photos with the people working tend to get more engagement. So make sure that you have those trickled in often, and make sure you're consistently promoting yourself on your social media pages. It's the best way to reach people locally without having to go out and do groundwork. Speaking of social media and the internet, you can also run Facebook and Google ads. It does cost a little bit of money up front, especially Google ads, but as you get more accustomed to marketing and your business is a little bit more founded, then you can start investing in those ads and try to reach people a little bit more aggressively. And again, that does cost some money though, so be prepared for that when the time comes. But it's great to target your local audiences while also doing in-person marketing so you can tackle both sides of things. Something that we started doing a little bit last year and especially into this year is we offer referrals to people who refer us business, whether it's a happy client or it's a realtor we work for, or it's an apartment building that we go to frequently and the manager always gives people our information. We'll be sure to send them a thank you card for the referral, and we may include a gift card or a percentage off their future job, just something to kind of incentivize and to say thanks. We think that a lot of our customers like to refer us out because they just simply like us and they appreciate our business, but it doesn't help to give a little bit of a gift with that as well. And it may help others. Some people who maybe love getting deals, they might say, every person I refer you out, you're gonna send me a $10, $25 gift card, or you're gonna give me 20% off my next job. I'm gonna need you guys again for sure. I'll just refer you all to all my neighbors and try to get a free job out of it. It's more business for you. It doesn't even matter. If they can rack up that much for you that they get a free job, that's gonna be perfectly fine for you. But it gives people more of an incentive. When it comes to finding your target audience, obviously homeowners are a huge factor, but there's also a few professionals that will need junk removal on a regular basis, such as realtors, property managements, contractors. They will often need it for their clients as well as themselves. So you can drop off flyers and business cards, or you can tell them, hey, if you allow us to work with your clients and we kind of get this thing going, we'll give you special pricing, or we'll knock off X amount, or we won't charge the typical surcharges every single time like we normally do. Give them a little bit of incentive, give their clients a little bit more of an incentive. Everybody is happy. I can tell you firsthand how important a branded vehicle is. Your truck, your trailer, whatever you end up having is a moving billboard that will always be out on the streets everywhere you go. Make sure you have some kind of signage on it, get it wrapped, anything you can to let people know who you are and what you're doing when you are stopped at a red light, when you're at a customer's house, when you're driving down the road, when you're on the highway. You are actively marketing the entire time. Make sure you have something like that. Try to get uniforms made. We have normal uniforms. This is our fun uniform. It has a picture of a cat tearing up a couch on the back that says it's cheaper to replace the couch than it is the cat. It's just a fun little thing that we do. And we will wear our shirts almost everywhere we go. Whether we're going to Home Depot, which is a great place by the way. You're going to Walmart, you're going to grocery store, you're going to farmer's market, you're going for a walk in the park, or you're going to the movie theaters. We have our hoodies. If it gets cold, we always have our information on it. Me and my wife were just at Walmart the other night getting groceries. We were down looking at the clearance aisle. This lady says, hey, the back of your shirt, do you guys remove junk? I know someone at the hoarder house who needs to clean out their house. We're like, we sure do. Here's a business card. We may get off a job off of going to Walmart to buy groceries. And that could potentially be a large job if it's a hoarder house. So always promote your business as much as possible anywhere you go by different means of it. When it comes to promotional materials such as cards, flyers, door hangers, yard signs, use them in a strategic way. Make sure that you're scoping out neighborhoods in your area that maybe have a little bit higher income level. Junk removal is a luxury service. You're more likely to get people who value their time and convenience over the value of their money. So you're more likely to end up in a high-end 55 plus community where most of the residents aren't going to be able to do this themselves. They don't have the curb appeal of being able to put out a mattress in a dirty refrigerator out there. They may need you to just come pick it up right away, or higher end parts of your city. These are all situations where putting out door hangers, if you end up in that neighborhood, can be very helpful for you. Or putting out yard signs in high traffic areas or near communities or near storage units. Anywhere where somebody may need junk removal is a great market for you to be in. So make sure that you're smart about how you do things. Try to find neighborhoods that don't allow bulk pickups. And if they do, try to find out what their limitations are. Maybe you can drive around and see, this storefront has a bunch of trash outside of their dumpster. Maybe this is a regular thing. Let me go in and talk to the manager and say, hey, I notice you have a lot of junk outside of your dumpster. Does that happen often? It does. Here's our information. If you ever get any fines from the city, we'll come out and clean it up for you. We'll offer a special price. You're trying to build that repeat business. As you get a little bit more adapted with your customers and you start keeping track of things, you can send out an email list or a text list. Depending on how you do it, you do need special permission typically to be able to opt out and whatnot, so look into that a little bit more. But for the most part, as you build repeat clients around the springtime or summer or holidays, you can just send out a text to each person individually, say, hey, hope everything's going well, happy holidays, happy spring cleaning. We're going to be giving 10% off for all of our repeat clients if you guys have anything you need us to get rid of. It's more personal communication. It doesn't come off as salesy. And if they've already used you multiple times, they already like you. You're just giving them a helpful incentive to call you back sooner than later. Maybe they have something in the works already, but this just gives them an incentive to do it a little faster, which guarantees that it gets done. It also helps that if on your website, you can make booking your jobs easy, whether that's online booking, having a lot of call to action buttons, make sure you're quick when you're responding to people. You want to make it easy to call your service and get a job. You don't want to call and run around the bush saying, well, what about this? What about that? I can do this, I can do that. I'm not really sure of my availability. You're booked out. But try to make it easy for a customer to schedule an estimate with you or schedule a job with you. You don't want to have to throw up all this information and people don't know how to call you. Always have your phone number, always have your website on everything you do, so it's easy for people to contact you. And probably one of the most important things I can possibly specify, and I've been doing this since day one, and I don't remember how I learned about this, but I'm glad I did, is to track everything that you are doing. Track how people find out about you, so you can keep track of what is working and what isn't. What works, put more budget towards it. What doesn't work, cut back on it. We do our business-to-business marketing. We'll go by senior living facilities, realtor offices, storage units, apartment buildings, property management offices. We'll go to these places, introduce ourselves, talk to them, drop off cards, ask to meet with the managers in person. This is our business-to-business marketing. If we do this for 6 different sources over a span of a year and realize, we got a lot of business from realtors and senior living facilities, we didn't really get a whole lot from storage units though, let's cut that off the list. When we stop by to do a job already, we'll go in and introduce ourselves since we're already there, but let's not make the time to go out there and market if we're going to be spending 4, 5, 6 hours doing this and we're not going to get the proper yieldage back. That's something you could do if you put out yard signs and you realize, I don't really get a lot of calls from it, or maybe my city tears them up too fast. Maybe it's not worth the cost for you. If you do door hangers and you realize every place you go to is very strict with their policies and you're not allowed to, you have all these door hangers just sitting here, maybe that's not the best option for you. Or if you're constantly on Angie's List or one of those paid websites, and maybe you're not getting a lot of jobs off them, but you do off of Facebook and Nextdoor, which is free, then maybe doing those aren't going to work for you, especially when there's a cost behind it. So making sure that you can follow what is working is going to make a huge difference price-wise and time-wise in the long run. And there's a lot of things out there you can use to track. We use a spreadsheet, we're super simple, but Autopilot, for example, which is a new CRM made by Thompson from Jedi Junk Removal. We'll throw his information in the description. We talked about him with the SEO. He has Autopilot, which is a CRM that can be good for estimates, quotes. You can keep track of your customers and you can filter it out by what they are and how they found out about you. So that way you can just do an automated text blast, email blast, and it'll categorize everything for you, which is a lot easier than what we do, but I'm just kind of stuck in that way. So if you're not stuck in that way like I am, that could be a great tool. There's also other monitoring leads out there. There's different call tracking out there, Google Analytics. There's a lot of things out there that you can do to help manage your time when it comes to doing these things. But overall, that's pretty much it for marketing. Other than finding out who your target audience is, there's a long list of things that you can go do, and there's just no end to it. If somebody has trash I need to get rid of that they can't otherwise, that's junk removal. If somebody has a couch in their house on the 3rd floor that they can't bring down themselves, that's junk removal. If a realtor is selling a house that's full of junk, that's junk removal. If a house flipper just bought a house that's pack loaded like a hoarder house, that's junk removal. If a storefront has a bunch of illegal dumping in the back by their dumpster, they're not going to take the time to sit there and chuck it in, or maybe the city won't pick it up because that's not what they're designated for, that's junk removal. The list goes on and on. You can find creative ways to market and who to talk to and when to bring up these opportunities. That's all it is. So try to focus on some of the tips we just mentioned. Make it consistent, make it work for you. You don't have to kill yourself trying to be perfect all the time. Out of that whole list, find like 5 or 6 key points that really stuck out to you that you think you could manage, especially in your area or for what you do, and focus on it. And I bet that is going to help you out drastically. So that is it for us. If you have any tips you want to throw down there, if you've been doing junk removal for a while, go ahead and comment down below for others to see. But that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. We'll see you next time.